Hey there, beautiful people. So today we're going to talk about push-up progressions and what that looks like. So a lot of people have issues with push-ups, whether it's a weaker core or a weaker upper body. So we're going to work out how to progress you to doing full push-ups, with push-ups being a staple of basically every program. So the first thing we're going to talk about is our core. So with men, push-ups are typically a little bit easier for men just because we're naturally heavier in the upper body and we don't carry as much weight in our waist, versus women carry a little bit more of their weight in the waist. So push-ups can be a little bit more challenging because of core activation. So I'm just going to go over what your core should look like and how it should be activated to begin with. So we'll start off on all fours, and if you arch your back or go into what's called an anterior tilt, so we're arching the back here, and then if we go the other way and flatten the back, so we'll do that a couple of times. So arch, flatten, then we'll arch, and then we're just going to find that neutral spot. So we're not arched and we're not completely flattened. We're just going to find that neutral spot to where your abs are engaged. So that's your starting position. You need to find that position, and that's where your core is going to be. That's your neutral hips will be throughout the whole process. Okay, so now that we've talked about where your core should be, we're going to start off with the most basic form of push-up. We're going to start up on the wall. So with the wall push-up, we want the hands to be just about shoulder width apart. So if you were to start in here, your hand should be, or your thumb should be right in line with your nipples, and then just move the hands out just slightly outside the shoulder. Okay, so from here, we're going to get up on the toes. We're going to find that neutral posture at the hips, and then we're just going to come into the wall, bring the head all the way to the wall, squeeze the shoulder blades at the bottom, round them out at the top. Squeeze the shoulder blades at the bottom, round them out at the top. Maintaining that neutral posture at the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the chest at the top. You can do 12, 15 reps of those, then we will progress on to the next exercise. Okay, so you can do 12, 15 push-ups, no problem on the wall. So now we're going to progress a little bit. So as we progress, we're just going to get closer and closer to the ground. So say at home, this is your countertop. So you're going to progress down to the countertop. Again, the hands are going to be just about shoulder width apart. Again, we're popping up on the toes, and we're finding that neutral posture at the hips. Dropping down, the chest or the nipples should be right on the edge of the countertop. We're squeezing the shoulder blades at the bottom, round back out at the top, so we're squeezing the chest. So we're getting full range of motion. Trying to maintain that posture. So we don't want the hips back here to where the abs aren't engaged, but we don't want them down here to where the abs are sagging. We want that nice neutral posture. Okay, so that's the next progression. Once you can do 12, 15 of those, then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so you've been able to do 12, 15 push-ups on your countertop, so now we're going to progress down to the edge of your armchair. So you find the edge of your armchair, or you can use your kitchen table, whatever is a little bit lower than your countertop, and the exact same thing. We're going to go through the same process, hands the same distance apart, and then just because we're getting lower, it's a little bit more challenging. That's all it is, the same idea. The couch or the armchair should cut right across the nipples as you get to the bottom of the push-up. Squeeze the shoulder blades on the bottom, push through at the top. Once you get 12 to 15, then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so now you've done 12 to 15 on the edge of your armchair. So now we'll use the actual armchair itself. Put your knees up on the cushion, and we're going to do a decline. So you're going to get to put your knees up on the chair, And knees on the chair. Again, the hands are just outside the shoulders. Your butt is in that neutral position, so you don't want your butt up in the air. We don't want it sagging. Find that neutral spot, and then just dropping down. Okay, so it's progressively getting a little bit more challenging now. Squeeze the shoulder blades at the bottom. Squeeze the chest at the top. So on this one, you want to make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders. So you don't want a situation where your hands are out in front and you're doing one of these numbers. You got to make sure that the head stays out in front of the hands. So again, once you can do 12 to 15 of those, no problem, then we'll progress on to the next one. Okay, so once you've done 12 to 15 with the knees elevated, and that decline push-up, then we will go to the ground, and we're going to do an eccentric push-up. So we're just going to focus on the down portion. However you come back up doesn't concern me. It's just about maintaining good posture on the way down. Alright, so we'll start in this high plank position, or you can start down low so your hands are in a good position to begin with. So if you bring your thumbs in line with your nipples, bring the hands out just slightly, come up however you want to, get yourself positioned. Okay, so again, the hands, we don't want a situation where the hands are out in front. We want to keep them right underneath the shoulders. And then we're going to shoot for 5 seconds on the way down. Again, good posture. Keep the head in a nice neutral position. 2, 3, 4, 5. Chest is the first thing to hit the ground. Come back up any way you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so again, once you can maintain that 5-second eccentric for 12 to 15 reps, then again we can move on to the next progression. Okay, so once you've mastered the eccentrics, then we can move on to the next progression, which is the modified push-up or push-up from the knees. So again, we'll start off on the ground, and we're going to keep the toes on the ground. So a lot of the times when you see people doing this, they'll keep their feet in the air. We're going to focus on keeping the toes on the ground. Again, line up the hands, and then from there, we're going to push, keep the toes down, keep the hips in a nice neutral position. So we don't want to be here, we don't want the hips back here. We're down in that neutral position. And we're going to come down. One of the things you can do is grab a foam roller and put it right here, and that can be your gauge for depth. Keeping the head in a nice neutral position. Keeping the hips in a nice neutral position. Okay? So squeeze the shoulder blades at the bottom, squeezing the chest at the top. Again, once you can do 12 to 15, then we'll move on to the full push-up. Okay, so now we've progressed, we're going to the full push-up. So we'll start again on the ground, and we're going to push straight up. Everything should come up at the same time. There should be no parts of the body lagging behind. And again, you're going to start working 12 to 15 reps. Once you can get to those, then we can start doing some fancy things. But this is the progression that you want to use in order to get to these full push-ups. Okay, so again, we're going to go down to the ground, set the hands up. Thumb should be in line with the nipples, and then move the hands out slightly. And then from there, finding that neutral posture, and then just push straight up. Okay? Round the shoulders out at the top. You don't want to be sagging here. Push all the way through. Coming down. Really focus on the quality of the rep versus the quantity. So we want substance versus style here. We want to make sure every rep is good quality. We're engaging as many muscles as we can. So we want to squeeze the shoulder blades on the way down. Then as you push out, you want to squeeze your chest, and then focus on squeezing your triceps. So there it is. That's our progression for the push-up. Let us know how it goes. We'll talk to you soon. See you next time.